I'm out in the shop and just wanted to cut a quick video just kind of showing how this guy works. I've seen these around but hadn't picked one up until recently. The way it works is it's just like a straight up socket. You've got your impact connector here, and I'll show you that with my impact driver. And then you've got your socket, and unlike most sockets, it actually ranges in size from 1/4 inch to 3/4. And the way that's possible is because you've got all these little guys that are spring loaded. If you can see that here, you've got all these metal rods and they're spring loaded, and the idea is that your head that you're trying to screw in here, the head on your bolt, or you could actually screw a nut too. The head on your nut or bolt will get in there and these heads will hold it. I'll give you a demo and show you how this works. It's actually pretty impressive, but it does have a few things to pay attention to. Alright, now I've just got this board set up on my workbench, and I've just got a big old screw that I've used for putting in metal roofing. This is usually what I use for up on the ridge cap. It's just a longer bolt. But I've just got it here in a sort of partially pre-drilled hole in this 2x6. And I'll go ahead and put this on my impact driver. Note that it just clicks right into your impact driver. If you want to run this on a drill with a closing head, you can go ahead and tighten that up that way. But I tend to use this on the impact driver just because you get all kinds of juice on there. The idea is that you get it in and it can't spin because those rods grab onto it. And that's just the play back and forth with the impact driver. And it actually seats in pretty tight. So let's take a look at this. I'll set it in the middle and go down into it. And you can see I can get it all the way down. It will sort of pop out like that. It's not obviously not as good as using the proper size, because you do, if you end up doing this, you do end up eating away at your bolt just a little bit. So this is not something to just use every day like, hey, I put in 100 roofing screws using this guy. I would use this just on occasions when you really need to. But I'll show you here that you can take it out just as easily. And that baby just comes right out. I'll put it back in a couple times. So in and out, no problem. You can even, like I was just showing, you can impact drive with this guy a little bit, and I was just driving it down. You can see that it was actually going down into the surface. Obviously this guy's getting just a little bit chewed up, so it's not a way to keep your threads perfect or anything like that. But I'll tell you what, this will get you out of a jam, no doubt about it. Let me show you some other size bolts. So here I've got a big old lag bolt. You can see this guy's bigger, and I'll just go ahead and sink it in there, just kind of show you how it works. Again, it just connects up with most of those rods and gets pretty tight. You can see that over use, this is important, over some use, some of these guys don't end up popping out all the way. But I haven't had trouble with that. It's just, I think it just takes a beating and some of them get stuck, but overall it tends to work. Let me go ahead and put in this lag bolt just a little bit. Sink it in there and show you up on top my connection, which, it feels just a little bit more wobbly than a standard bit if I had the right size connection, but I'll just go ahead and start drilling this guy in. So no problem. It's just whipping in there, and had a good connection. Pull it out, and it's still in pretty good shape. A couple of those rods are stuck, but it tends to work pretty well. So overall, I'd say I'm pretty impressed with this tool. Again, it's something to keep in the toolbox to get you out of a jam in special situations. Not the kind of thing I would use every day for all my driving, but once in a while, you got something that's non-standard size or slightly stripped, and this guy will definitely move it.